Look, honey, Timothy's taking his first steps.
A baby takes his first step. This is one of the proudest moments new parents experience. And it's an instant that will have a profound effect on Timothy for the rest of his life.
One small step for man.
From the time a child takes this first step until he takes this small step, a lot of technical knowledge has to be transferred. We refer to this transfer of knowledge as education. When it comes to science education, how are we doing? Research indicates that 69% of North Carolina's businesses perceive a widening gap between employer needs and job applicants' skills. Workers lack the basic skills needed to learn and apply new technologies. By the end of this decade, 85% of all new employees will be minorities or women. Low interest and achievement in science, mathematics, and technology means serious shortages of technically trained workers in the future. What's the answer?
As parents and educators, how often have we heard our children say, "Why do we have to study this, and what use will it be in my real life?" Young people respond to relevance in their education, and that is the underlying philosophy of the North Carolina Alliance for Science and Math.
The North Carolina Science and Mathematics Alliance is a cooperative effort to improve science and mathematics education in the state through a systemic program directed by partnerships within the educational and industrial sectors. In 1991, the Alliance received a 5-year grant of $7.8 million from the National Science Foundation for Systemic Initiatives in Science and Mathematics Education. That grant, along with matching funds from the state and private sector, has allowed the Alliance to set up 10 regional partnership offices across the state. Through these offices, the Alliance builds and supports regional partnerships that focus on improving science, mathematics, and technology education. These partnerships bring together business and industry, universities and community colleges, schools, parents, and communities to plan and implement relative and effective education reforms.
In this era of rapidly changing technology, one of the greatest needs is to prepare our teachers to impart the latest knowledge and techniques in science and mathematics. At the same time, it's imperative to motivate the students and create excitement about learning.
One effort toward achieving these goals is the Scientist-Teacher Exchange Program. The STEP program provides science and math teachers from the areas surrounding the partnership offices an opportunity for employment in a local industry that uses applied science and mathematics skills.
Just a few years ago, businesses in North Carolina were very concerned that our schools weren't adequately preparing students for the future technological jobs that are coming to us. They weren't adequately preparing them in math and science. That's why we established the North Carolina Alliance for Science and Math to help to make those subjects more relevant in the classroom, to help our teachers and students to understand just how science and math are in fact used in the business place. I'm delighted that the Carolinas Medical Center is participating in the North Carolina Alliance for Science and Math. This summer we're pleased to have with us a teacher from East Mecklenburg High School, Ms. Star Weaver, who's helping Dr. Rich Raymond with his research in emergency medicine.
Working side by side with research and technical professionals during the summer gives the teacher a more in-depth knowledge of how the information they teach every day will be needed by their students. The knowledge and experiences shared by the teacher-scientist team as they work together provide motivation and creative concepts that allow the teacher to elevate science and math from textbook concepts to process skills and thoughtful problem solving.
My experiences this summer with the scientific method have given me practical information to take back to my classroom. Normally this is a concept that we just read about in a textbook, and now I can draw from my experiences in order to teach it.
depress the plunger, advance it into the fluid, aspirate that fluid into the pipette, and then deliver it with the same motion back to your source.
Technique. All you have to do is you want to take the pipette and you want to plunge the plunger down. Not all the way, because if you do it all the way, the tip will eject off. You want to just hold it, put it into your liquid.
A requirement of the STEP program is that the teacher-industry team create ideas for the teacher to use when developing a mandatory hands-on, inquiry-based classroom module. This converts the teacher's work experience to new materials, activities, and student experiences that are relevant to the real world. As a result, students are connected to real-world situations through practical problems, applications, and solutions. These hands-on classroom exercises also give students a more realistic idea of scientists and the importance of their work.
It's given the students an opportunity to see scientists as real people. They're not someone they read about in a textbook or see on the television. They are actually people just like they are.
Scientists also benefit from the program as they become aware of the teacher's needs.
It was very exciting. It was very eye-opening, number one, because it helped us focus as a research team more clearly to the demands that the teacher has regarding her or his class. That is, that we were sensitive to what the teacher needed to pass on, not only from a theoretical standpoint, from a practical standpoint. So it helped us answer the questions more clearly, more precisely, things that we would have taken for granted, now we did not. And so that was very motivating for us and invigorating for this research project.
Yes, I was wondering if I could come by this afternoon and get the book that you told me I could use for my class.
Okay, sure. How about 3:30? That'd be all right?
3:30 would be fine.
Okay, see you then.
I'll see you then.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
The bond that is formed between the teacher and the industry professionals during the 3 to 4 months of employment also allows for extensions to the partnership. These extensions can take the form of ongoing school year relationships between the teacher and industry, and additional resource information and materials as evidenced by the work of 2 other partnership offices. The Wilmington Partnership Office has recruited 115 volunteers consisting of chemical and electrical engineers.
Extend a card in here, and we're doing this to check a circuit in the distribution amplifier.
Medical professionals, nurses, and dentists to participate in classroom activities.
Now, can anyone tell me what kind of a plant we have here?
It's, isn't it a spider plant?
It is a spider plant.
A spider plant. You're absolutely correct.
The Raleigh Partnership Office focus has been on bringing the scientists to the classroom. They've published a manual of activities from which the teachers may choose. The manual, which is updated annually, currently lists 105 activities for kindergarten through 5th grade students. Science teachers request specific activities, and the Partnership Office matches these requests with appropriate scientists and industry professionals who come to the classroom. In addition, the Raleigh office has developed a database of over 850 volunteers willing to make classroom presentations. During the 92-93 school year, 1,400 such presentations were conducted. Other extensions to the program can be in the form of student visits to industry, joint projects with school industry objectives, and internships. This past summer, Starlin Weaver, a teacher from East Mecklenburg High School, worked with Dr. Richard Raymond and the research team at the Cannon Research Center, located in the Carolinas Medical Center in Charlotte, North Carolina. Many hours of reading and talking with the research team helped her define what type of experiments she would be doing. The experiments were designed, and Starr worked alongside the scientists to perform them. Each week, the data collected was entered into the database and the results printed. Each Friday, new data is presented and interpreted at the research meeting. During her summer employment, Star actually became a functioning member of the research team.
Although I've only been teaching about 6 years, I'm experiencing a little bit of the so-called teacher burnout. This summer gave me the opportunity to be rejuvenated intellectually. It was really a nice experience.
I know for a fact that the teacher was enhanced remarkably by this, and the fact that it enabled the teacher to go from the classic theoretical approach to teaching their class from a textbook now to a hands-on interaction with the research team, both from the inception of a research project, the development, the design, the methods, the scientific procedures, right to the completion of writing the manuscript and presenting this at a research forum. So it was very beneficial that the teacher now took the science from a textbook, from a theoretical standpoint, now to a practical, hands-on, including all the frustrations and the benefits and the rewards and the excitement that this project was involved with.
By experiencing hands-on, practical applications of math and science knowledge, North Carolina students become motivated and excited about studying and pursuing careers in fields utilizing this discipline. Business and industry are very supportive of this initiative because they look forward to a better prepared workforce in the future.
Yesterday we had a group of high school students and teachers visiting our research labs, and you could just see the excitement on their faces when they really got to watch the research being done.
The North Carolina Board of Science and Math Alliance is helping teachers with its regional partnerships and its STEP program, bringing teachers into cutting-edge research labs across the state. This experience energizes our teachers. They come back to the classroom with renewed enthusiasm, ready to inspire our children and to excite them about real-life application of math and science. From an employer's standpoint, the STEP program can mean something more important, a bigger pool of applicants. The more students are inspired by a math or science teacher, the more future mathematicians and biochemists and physicians we can produce ready for the 21st century. These public-private partnerships between industry and education bring educators and business leaders together and help promote a better understanding of the important role that our high-tech businesses play in North Carolina's future. As a parent and a grandparent, I urge each of you to look at your own businesses and organizations to see how you can participate. And I urge you to give your own time and expertise to help us in this effort. Please contact your regional partnership director or the main Alliance office in Raleigh to find out how you and your organization can become involved.
The STEP program is timely. Business leaders, educational administrators, teachers, and parents have recognized the need for reforms in our educational system. Now is the time for all concerned to join forces in the reshaping and molding of the educational future of our children and the preparation of a skilled technological workforce in our society. Now is the time to take that first step in the right direction.